Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we are cracking the code on the IT Specialist Python certification exam. So if you're ready to turn your Python skills into a credential that actually gets you noticed, you are in exactly the right place. Let's build your roadmap to success.
So, you're thinking about getting certified in Python. That is a fantastic career move. But it can feel a little overwhelming, right? Like, where do you even start? Well, that's what we're here for, to break it all down into a simple, effective plan that just works. All right, first things first, let's demystify the exam itself. Honestly, knowing exactly what you're walking into is half the battle. So we're going to unpack the structure of this thing, the IT Specialist INF 330 exam. No more mystery.
Okay, let's talk numbers. You're going to be facing somewhere between 36 and 40 questions. Now, that might not sound like a huge number, and that's the point. It's a focused exam, not some endless marathon. But it also means every single question really counts.
And you get exactly 50 minutes to do it all. Let's put that in perspective. That's just a little over a minute per question. So this isn't just a test of what you know, it's a test of how efficiently you can access that knowledge under pressure. Pacing is key here.
Now, here's some great news. This is a one-and-done deal. It's a single exam. You pass this one test and boom, you walk away certified. Plus, the format is actually on your side. You can move back and forth, you can skip a tough question and come back, you can even flag questions for review. That is a huge strategic advantage.
So, we know the structure, we know the timing, but what do you actually need to know? Well, the exam is built around 6 core domains. Think of these as the pillars of knowledge. If you get these 6 pillars solid, your whole foundation is unshakable.
And here they are. This table lays out the entire scope of the exam. You can see it starts with the absolute fundamentals, like data types and operators. Then it moves right into the logic of your code, flow control, loops, all that good stuff. You'll also need to know how your program talks to the world, so input and output. And of course, how to keep your code clean and readable, which is what code structure is all about. And then, and this is critical, you'll be tested on troubleshooting, finding and fixing errors, and using Python's amazing built-in modules and tools. You master these 6 areas, and you've basically mastered the exam.
So, what kind of commitment are we really talking about here? Well, the official guidance suggests about 150 hours. That's a mix of learning and, more importantly, hands-on practice. Let's be real, this isn't something you can just cram for over a weekend. It's about putting in consistent, dedicated work to build real, solid skills.
So how do you make sure those 150 hours actually count? You need a game plan. It's time to shift from what you need to study to how you're going to study. Let's build a real strategy for success. Okay, the recommended path is a simple 3-step cycle. First, you focus. Study one domain at a time from that official list we saw. Go deep. Second, and this is absolutely crucial, you move to timed practice. Use a quiz simulator, like the one from certificationexam.com, to rehearse your pacing and just get comfortable with how the test feels. And third, you keep it fresh. Use a mobile app to quiz yourself on the go. It keeps those concepts top of mind, even if you only have 5 minutes to spare.
This quote really hits the nail on the head. It's all about simulating real test conditions. See, it's not just about knowing the syntax. It's about training your brain to perform when that clock is ticking. And that, my friends, is the difference between knowing Python and passing the exam.
So why does this study cycle work so well? It's because you're not just memorizing stuff. You're actually building confidence. You start to see the patterns in the questions, you actively find and fix your weak spots, and you completely master your pacing. This is how you walk into that exam feeling prepared, not just studied.
Okay, let's zoom out and look at the end game. You've put in the hours, you've practiced, you've passed the exam. So what? What's the professional payoff? Why does this little piece of paper, this certification, actually matter for your career?
The benefits are real, and they're immediate. You get a verifiable digital credential you can pop right on your LinkedIn. You get an official result that shows up on your transcript, but most importantly, it gives you proof. It's a clear, standardized way to tell any employer, yes, I can read, write, and debug Python code. In a crowded job market, that is an incredibly powerful statement to make. So look, the path is clear, the strategy is proven, the rewards are waiting. The real question isn't just about passing a test, it's about investing in yourself, in your future. So are you ready to stop just knowing Python and start proving it